This is Car Con Carne. I'm James Van Osdell, and this episode is sponsored by Alex Ross Art. Alex Ross Art will be at San Diego Comic-Con. It's happening this month, and Alex Ross Art will be in booth 2415 at the San Diego Comic-Con. If you're going to the con, if you have friends, family, acquaintances going, make sure they stop by booth 2415 and see all that's there with Alex Ross Art. And if you can't make it to San Diego, visit the website, alexrossart.com. Car Con Carne is also brought to you by Easy Automation, easy-automation.net. If you're ready to take the leap, make your home, office, whatever, a truly smart home, smart office, you need to talk to my friends at Easy Automation. Get a quote. It's really simple. You can call them 630-730-3728 or just get a quote online, easy-automation.net.
It's okay.
I love AC to the point where if I'm ever on vacation, one of the highlights is cranking the AC in the hotel room.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So
it's free? Yeah.
Sweaters inside
Shiver?
in the summer.
Absolutely.
It's a luxury, but it's a comfort.
Hypothermia is a fucking amenity.
It's
of
a
this
luxury.
Kevin, why must you swear right out of the gate?
Oh shit. I mean, oh no.
This is Car Con Carne. I'm James Van Osdell. In Evanston tonight, we're recording right outside La Principal, 700 Main Street in Evanston. LaPrincipalEvanston.com is where you can find them on the web. It's starting to pour. But to my right, it is the owner,
Eric Young.
Eric Young.
Thank you for having me.
And I guess we'll return the favor. In the back seat, it is three members of Guardrail. It's Kevin, Alyssa, and Ken.
What up?
This is interesting. I don't think you realize this, Guardrail. 400 episodes ago, you were last on the show. Exactly 400 episodes ago.
Wow.
400. That's so much time.
It is so much time, but
You know, it was a highlight though.
Was it really?
No, it truly was. It truly was.
It's a 2020 time.
It was a 20. It was a.
Yes.
It was a. I mean, of all of the things that happened in the pandemic, that was a good thing.
Yeah, you got to take your wins where you can get them in that
Yes,
sort of situation.
yeah.
But exactly 400 episodes ago, I don't know why the coincidence of that big round number, I think is kind of cool.
400, yeah.
That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it's a great number.
That's awesome. I remember I was making a whiskey Coke in my mouth because I didn't have a glass to mix it with. So I put some Coca-Cola in my mouth and some whiskey and then just swished it around.
It's the COVID inventions.
Exactly. We were very bored. Desperate times called for desperate.
Well, we hope that this episode can be equally silly, but with none of the virus.
So La Principal is Southeast Evanston's go-to Mexican restaurant featuring delicious tacos on handmade tortillas. Mm-hmm. That said, Eric Young, owner of said restaurant, we have tacos in these bags.
We do. We have quesabirria with beef, not goat.
And it smells incredible.
It smells
we
so
have,
good.
Esquite. Here, I'll leave yours up here.
Oh, esquite.
You were asking before that. Oh,
So you need to explain what these things are. Esquite is
charred corn. We cut it off the cob, and we top it with mayonnaise, cotija cheese, and spices, and it's delicious. We have some limes up there, some hot sauce, and then here's some mushroom. Take one, and I think there's one for everybody, and then there's mushroom tacos and more esquite in there for you.
amazing.
Yeah.
I have forks and
Yep, everything in house. Everything is made in house, including the hot sauce. Like I said, the tortillas, everything. We slow roast our meats. You know, it's a 24-hour process between roasting and marinating, and we take our time with all the food. And I think it really shows. I think you guys will be impressed.
All right, so the restaurant opened when?
We opened. We're in 23, so we opened in 2015.
Okay. And it's such a great location in Evanston.
Yes, we love this. It's Evanston is a suburb, but it is very urban. We have the the Metra and the CTA lining up. We have
The purple line's right here.
Yep. We have a huge. There's so much density when you get east towards the lake. It's all apartments and condos.
Sure.
And it's families. We have in the neighborhood. We have. We were just talking about Space in Union. Great music venue. We have a lot of development. We're 3 blocks from the lake.
Yep.
In the summertime, we have what we've coined the Custer Oasis, which was a brainchild of COVID. We started outdoor dining during COVID, and we just kept it going. And now we are in our. I guess this would be our 4th year, if I'm not mistaken, and it's wonderful.
It is wonderful, and yeah, it is a suburb, but I mean, it borders Chicago. I mean,
Yep,
we're blocks away from Chicago.
Exactly. So if you want to get to the city, you hop on the purple line to the red line. You can get to the Cubs game downtown. You have Howard Street. If you want to head north, you also border Wilmette.
And downtown Evanston's a stone's throw away.
Yep, exactly.
All right, Guardrail.
Can I chime in and just say we're huge fans of Evanston?
What's not to love?
There's a lot to love. Yeah, I was at the Evanston Space this weekend. Lots of good shows there. There's great Dave's Rock Shop. Excellent.
Dave's Rock Shop. It's iconic. Dave's Rock Shop actually used to be right here.
Really?
Cultivate.
That's right.
Do you remember that? And then when they moved, Cultivate moved in, and Louise does an amazing job with her, just all of her flora that she brings in. Well, whatever. You just gotta go in there. It's magical in there. Yeah.
The food smells so good. Oh, I gotta show this.
So the tacos
the mushroom.
in foil. Yep, those are our mushroom al pastor. So it's one of our 100% vegan options.
Nice.
Love it.
The quesabirria is not vegan.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like mushrooms, but I am loving these mushroom tacos.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a high compliment, and I love a homemade tortilla.
I thought you guys needed some fiber, so just looking out for it.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's something we're really proud of, the tortilla. I mean, thousands of tortillas a day, all individually made by hand to order. That's something you don't really see. There's a handful of places, even in the city, that are making handmade tortillas. So we're really proud of that.
What are these salsas?
What do you have?
This one.
Oh,
It's
so that
delicious.
is chipotle and red Fresno chili. It's one of our homemade hot sauces. And the other
So
is
good.
like a traditional salsa verde. It's like jalapeno and poblano.
Okay. Yeah, this red one is so tasty.
That's one of my
so
favorite.
tasty. It's. Oh yeah, here, take the red.
Oh,
The mushroom al pastor is really good.
Thank you.
killing it, dude.
It's,
Oh my god.
I could see where a non-mushroom fan would turn a corner with this.
Yeah, man.
Seriously.
I'm done.
I've converted you.
And this is so
I haven't even one bite. Kevin is
The converted vegan.
Fully packed.
this is so perfectly spiced too.
Yeah, thank you.
Like if you want it hotter, you can crank it up, but it's like the right amount of heat.
I appreciate that. That's
flavorful.
something. Yeah, we give
cranking
people
it
the
way
hot
up.
sauce so they can drive their own drive.
Yes.
This is great.
Truly, and I'm not usually like a spicy fan either, but this hot sauce is ridiculously tasty.
It's got a lot of flavor.
It does.
So
It's not
so
just
good.
heat.
Where does the sweetness come from in the al pastor?
Caramelized onion and a little bit of comes from the heart. Caramelized onion and pineapple.
Lots of patience in that caramelized onion.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a great vegetarian option. I mean,
Garbage. We'll put it in Ken's.
and it feels substantive. Like I could fill up on this.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely. It is a good. It has it has a meaty mouthfeel, right?
Absolutely.
And a little bit of chew.
I feel like the luckiest person right now.
In my wildest dreams, I didn't think we'd be
Really delicious.
competing against the rain for audio tonight.
It's impressive.
It's bad
that-
rain.
That is a heavy rain hitting the car.
It's coming.
It's unavoidable. This is. It is what it is.
I love.
Shall we act like we're getting rained on and yell?
No.
What?
No.
All right. So the Esquite is kind of in a low taste. Mexican street food's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
And not kind of. It's your thing.
Yep. That's what we. Exactly. That's what we strive to do. So we have the the elote, which we now do the esquite. We cut it off the cob because 90% of our folks want it off the cob anyways.
For sure.
Handheld tacos. We used to, as I was saying before, we used to have a walk-up coffee window, which was a big part of our identity and identifying with street food. But we've since the pandemic kind of put the kibosh on that. But you know, now we've just kind of moved to the street in the form of the Custer Oasis. We have live music out there. This Sunday we're actually doing a pig roast. We're roasting a whole pig.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Is that vegan?
it is. It's vegan fed pig. Yes.
Vegan pig.
We eat some mushroom tacos.
Oh, I have bad news. Because of the weather, no one's leaving the car tonight.
No, it's not.
That's fine, dude. We got food.
2-hour podcast.
We got
Buckle up.
Broke on mushrooms.
I don't understand how people, like, podcast hosts can go for 2 hours. Like, you show me my favorite band in the world, and I'm out of questions in 40 minutes.
It's because you have such excellent questions.
Stop.
It takes a lot of thought and planning.
All right, who did not get a mushroom?
We're all good.
Huh, we all did.
I think everybody got one. Oh, I think they might have packed one for me too, but I never touch this stuff.
Eat it. Tell us how good it is.
I'm going to try the Esquite.
Try the Esquite and then the Quesabirria if you guys have not gotten to yet. It's tasty. That's my favorite.
I'm just dug
Super
into that
excited
one.
about this.
Holy.
We got some
There's the
greens
broth and then there's the
Oh yeah, there you go.
there's a little guajillo salsa in the little cup.
right on that.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
This is
Don't
fantastic.
get bitch, Ken.
Thank you,
James,
thank
did you
you.
get one of these? What are these tacos?
Quesabirria?
Birria.
Yeah,
Oh, James, you should get one of these.
Okay.
definitely should.
Let me put it in a.
This is,
Oh,
oh my God.
So they
Look at this.
So that's slow roasted beef, cheese. They take the tortilla, coat it with the broth, the consomme, and then they griddle it. So it gets a little charred. The cheese melts. The tortilla gets a little bit crispy.
Consummating right now.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Just amazing.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, that's, oh, the
so
flavor
good.
keeps coming.
incredibly delicious.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you,
Oh,
my
Eric. Oh my
gosh.
God.
thank you.
Oh, this is a winner.
Does
I,
this
lo-
hold
I
candle
love the
to our
mushroom.
music?
It's good.
That's
Yeah.
going to be the question
That's
of the night.
that's a
And
home
now they're
run.
like, so okay, Guardrail, let's talk about your shitty music.
Uh,
It's way less
let's-
delicious than these tacos.
We're getting to your shitty music. Just be patient.
okay.
Hey, we don't advertise as having great music. We know. We know where we stand.
True. We know what you're saying.
That's why we made sure our Instagram was Guardrail sucks, because we beat them to the punch, you know.
Yeah, you take the bullets out of the chamber, so to speak.
Exactly.
All right, real quick. I've got to talk to them about their shitty band.
Yeah, please.
We should come back to the food, though. It's so good.
Oh
Yeah.
Other tacos on the menu that sound amazing. You do a Nashville hot?
Nashville hot chicken. Yeah.
That
Holy
seems
hell.
almost like there's a disconnect there.
So before, I have to go back a couple years ago. Before the pandemic, we were doing a taco. It was a Taco Tuesday program, let's say, where we would introduce a new taco every Tuesday, and we would just run it on that Tuesday, and we were having some fun with it. So I threw the Nashville hot chicken out there, and people were just raving. They kept saying, "Bring it back, bring it back." So it's got a home on our permanent menu. Fried chicken. It's a fried chicken thigh, so it's nice and juicy, and it's coated in a Nashville, a buttery, spicy Nashville sauce, served with pickled cabbage and little homemade pickles.
I'm sure it's delicious. I don't think I would order any other taco other than this. I'm not
No.
even willing to try anything else.
No, don't. Just go for that one.
Right, guys, this is insane.
It's the best thing I've ever eaten.
What an incredible treat
One taco
to be able
left.
to come and eat food
That's for you.
and like
I'm pregnant now.
like
You got room?
I will eat
Food
it.
baby.
Get after
I
it.
got room for another food, baby. We're having twins, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so glad you're here to share this with me. You also have
my
a
God.
sweet potato.
We have sweet potato. That's a really red mully sweet potato. That's been on since the beginning. It's a nice vegetarian option too. I prefer the mushroom, if I can say that. We have carnita, slow roasted pork. We got chicken tinga. We have 2 delicious fish tacos, and we're proud to say that we use cod. A lot of places use tilapia, but we don't like that fish at all. So we use a really nice quality cod. Shrimp tacos. We have a really nice salad. We introduced some entrees. We're introducing more entree. We have a whole pork shank, a couple styles of enchiladas. We have a half chicken adobo style. We're bringing a skirt steak on for the menu.
Nice.
And we have a really good Sunday brunch. We run some chilaquiles. Chilaquiles have been so popular that's on the menu all day.
But seriously, that taco I just had.
Yeah. No.
Heck yeah.
That's it.
And for the people who
That's where it's at.
love chilaquiles 24/7,
It really is.
heck to the yes.
I'm in that boat.
I am in that boat.
What
We're
you do to
fully
that
in that boat.
tortilla?
Yep. They coat it in the consomme.
Oh my
they griddle
God.
it. But it starts. It's the base of it is because it's handmade. It's handmade. You know.
Absolutely delicious. Again, the Principal in Evanston, 700 Main Street. PrincipalEvanston.com. We're just west of Chicago on Main. The newsstand's right up there, like you said, Metra, Purple Line. We're a great location. Super easy to get to from the north side of Chicago for sure.
Yep.
Yes,
Absolutely.
eat here
I'm
every
like
day.
on ecstasy right now. Truly, this is the best.
I've passed away, ladies and gentlemen.
You will be
Rip
missed.
Guardrail. Episode over.
All right, so Guardrail, it has been 400 episodes since the Diet Punk revolution was referenced on the show.
Oh my god, so good.
We're long overdue. So you're here. You're about ready to release a brand new album called, well, actually, here's the question. Is it content or is it content?
It's up to the listener. Well, no, we were like, it's content because we were just talking about how, being a musician these days, you have to also be a content creator. We're like, fuck it, this is our content. Here we go.
Yeah, here's your content, people.
Yeah.
Well, I knew
It's actually music.
I knew it couldn't be content because I listened to the songs and you don't sound content about anything.
No.
I'm content about these tacos, let me tell you. But
There we go.
It all comes back to the restaurant.
Yeah, dude.
Seriously, it's so good.
It's good.
I'm very distracted.
I gotta give an interview
Just
right now,
stop eating
and I'm
popcorn.
speechless.
I am.
Do we need a minute?
No. I can do it.
45, please.
I can do it.
All right, here's my selfish plan. I want to ask you questions and I want you to deliver long answers because I still have to dig into this. So I really...
We got you.
Same,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
The year was
Don't worry.
1989.
So content available
Born in
on Friday,
1989?
July 7th, that same day or that same night as the album release, the Native album release party for Guardrail.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna be hanging out all night. I'm gonna be DJing all night.
Nice.
We're gonna play the album. I'm just gonna hit play on the album around 10 o'clock. But I'm gonna be there DJing, spinning all the best punk rock and whatever the hell else I want. Your Limp Biscuits and such.
Perfect.
Until about 2 a.m. So.
And as you say on social media, go order our album or we're not friends anymore.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a real bad person thing to say, but
We're bad people.
So back to you not sounding like you're content. If I were to look for a theme on the album, life is kind of hard.
Yeah, we're in our 30s, man.
we've been through it just enough to be really tired.
Yes.
And then also be burnt out on how much there is to come in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there's a lot of feelings wrapped in there.
Mhm.
I mean, is I'm trying to think, is that even hopeful?
Couple 2-3 songs.
Well, yeah, there's
Song Silhouette's a good feel.
I think it ends
and
up...
I think down at the bottom is also not, it's, I'm not at the top, I'm not at the bottom, I'm okay. We're okay.
Hail Jupiter is positive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the album on a positive note.
Yeah.
We do.
Exactly.
I
I
mean-
wanted to end it on we as just us as individuals and also just people that are our peers, our generation, we kind of overcome a lot. We've been through a lot over the last, however many couple of
Like
decades.
30 years.
Yeah. And and it's rough, but we're doing it.
But we really love each other. We really love our friends,
Mm-hmm.
and our each other back here in the back seat of this car eating tacos, and
Sitting elbow to elbow, knee to knee.
yeah, it's really the people that pull us through, and that's a lot of this album is heck yeah, we can do it. We can do it together.
Yeah, exactly. Most of what we write about is stuff that we know that our generation's kind of dealing with right now, and it's I always kind of approach a song as what song would I want to hear while thinking about this or dealing with this or going through this. So I try to make sure our stuff's as relatable as possible to our generation. So we're not high school kids anymore. I'm not writing songs that are girls are confusing,
You're not Seinfeld, and for that I'm grateful.
What's the deal?
What's the deal with women?
Yeah, swear word.
So the album sounds really good, and this isn't even a question I want to linger on because I think it's death for an interview, but the production sounds great. Like, this is a really well put together album. Like, everything sounds big and really well arranged.
Well, thank you.
That's such a... I feel like... that's such a compliment to Ken. We record all the instruments at Ken's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The production's fantastic on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did the drums with Joe Scaletta, and did all the guitars and bass in Ken's apartment.
Yep.
And then went up to Michigan and did all the vocals and some extra shit with Nick Diener up at Wonder Studios, his home studio up there. You may know Nick Diener from the Swellers. And yeah, put it all together. And we had Will Beasley mix it. He's based out of Richmond, Virginia, where our label's based. And here we are.
Yeah.
Quick side note: you ruined me for corn from any other source.
Good.
I will not
Truly,
eat
it's
any other form of corn.
incredible.
Every time you have to put mayo and cheese on it. From now
Kevin
on.
hasn't even eaten it yet. He's about to go silent for like 4 minutes.
Didn't I?
I cruised right through that.
And here's a band that takes itself very seriously.
Oh, God.
Well, here we
Yeah.
well here we go again. Another stupid bullshit fucking song. That's how we start the album.
Yep.
That's how.
It's really...
That's how most of our listeners will probably react as well.
No.
I wrote that song just to be like, great. What's even the point, man?
What's even the point? We're writing like music. I mean, what year was that when you wrote that? Like,
That was Pandy Times for sure.
Pandy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs on the album is "Jokes on Me." Alyssa, you take the
Oh
lead
my
on this
gosh, thank you.
one. Are those actually horns on the song?
Yeah, that's me playing trumpet.
Really?
Yeah, it's me.
I love that.
This mouth playing trumpet.
This mouth.
Yep.
Another song I love is "Different Universe," which is one of the early songs. On the album. Is that about a relationship just hitting the skids?
It's just about me being like, man, everyone's like in their own world right now. It's not even about a relationship. It's more just like, just people don't have any empathy anymore, and
I was just having a conversation along those lines today.
yeah, like people just walking down the street or people just driving. Even I'm like pissed off every time I drive.
Yep.
And yeah,
Well, driving has never been a pleasant experience. Like, the pandemic didn't change things that bad. But I agree. I feel like empathy is absolutely lost. Like, people just don't give a fuck about other people.
Zero.
Right, the like walk a
Right.
mile in someone else's shoes era feels like it's over in a lot of ways.
Right.
Man, and it's so important.
One of the more fun songs on the album is "Down at the Bottom." A song that teaches us it's okay to just be average. It's okay to just be...
Yep.
It's
Look at our band.
It's a good time. It's a good time. There's lots of people right here in the middle.
And, I mentioned the horns, or the horn. Another thing, are those synths on here again?
Yeah. We got a little wild with that one. I was just like, I want to make a song that's like, what if Sugar Ray wrote a Guardrail song? And then also like threw in like some Motion City soundtrack little synthesizer thing. So that's where like the little beat comes from. And I had some like just random crappy garage band beat in there for the demo, and then Nick made an even better one to kind of work it out. And yeah, that was our experimentation song.
That's
sure.
my favorite song on the album.
It's great. And as we're talking about the purple line right in front of us, Nostalgic Core talks about sitting on the L train again. Very Chicago-centric song. Looking back at the relative easiness of not being an adult.
Yeah, the good old days. When you hear those songs that are just like songs that you hung out with your friends to and just sang in the car.
And like being weird in public. Like I remember being like, we're weird. Normal adult people. Look at us.
A lot of that was like very autobiographical. Like we would film ourselves at, like Penn and I would go to the Woodfield Mall out in Schaumburg where we grew up, and I would be like, all right, film me. I'm gonna walk up the down escalator and just like see what people do. Just stuff like that.
Very benign. Very benign things.
Yeah.
Like
That was our Saturday.
silly nonetheless.
Exactly. It would be just being weird, and yeah, and you hear songs from back then, from the 90s, early 2000s, and you're just like, man, you just start reminiscing a little bit. And actually wrote all those lyrics when I had my second COVID shot, and I was just like out of my mind, like just feeling terrible. And it's like 5 a.m. I hadn't slept yet, and all of a sudden the lyrics just came to me, and I just jotted them down in a note in my phone. And
But
here we
isn't
are.
it funny how, as you get older, those songs you grew up with, like they just pop right back. Like
Yeah.
you reach a point where for at least a while you kind of tune out all new stuff and you just dive back into the stuff you were familiar with as a child.
100%. Yeah.
Same,
Right, it really
same thing with
does.
you, York.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm listening to like a lot of old Metallica.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, like old.
When I was raised on, my
Deep
dad was into
hooks.
that shit.
Yep. I 100%. And when you just said like you would go to the mall and film yourself going up the up escalator, I would do this. My buddies and I would do the same thing, except there was just no filming.
Right.
We were just
You didn't have cameras in your pockets.
Wouldn't it be
nothing's
legendary?
changed.
Well, this was we had a camcorder. We didn't have smartphones.
okay.
Yep. This was probably 2003.
Well, your high
So-
age.
man.
So yeah, Ken and I had we got Ken and I grew up together, and we both, I think, one year at the same year got like camcorders for Christmas. So we were just like making dumb movies and all the time,
Oh,
and
nice.
just mess with people. We make these little like jackass videos where we were just like lighting shit on fire or whatever,
Yeah.
just like being dumb. We made little weird horror movies and stuff, and we actually just shot a little music video for Different Universe. Kind of just picked a random song. It has nothing to do with the song, but we kind of looked back on that and we're like, let's do that again. So we just made a dumb movie and
On
that,
our phones.
yeah, we
Yeah.
made it with our phones. I edited it in iMovie and it'll drop on Friday with the
You
album.
guys,
So
I don't
guys-
understand. I don't understand why more bands aren't doing that right now.
Just,
Everyone has a film production crew in their pocket on their phone. Like I don't understand why more people aren't making crude videos and turning them around like that.
Right.
it's free
Right.
We got it done
with your time.
very
but
quickly. So.
Yeah,
Kevin got it done really
we
quickly.
did. The music video that we shot for Jokes on Me, we started filming it with our buddy's camera, and then we realized that our iPhone cameras were better than that camera, so then we just ditched that, and we kind of just filmed
the truth.
the rest of it with the iPhone cameras, and it turned out great.
It was a sad day for people who brought their SLR cameras. But a good day for Guardrail. He got it done very quickly.
Yes.
Today's a good day for Guardrail.
It is.
400 episodes later, here we are together.
Congrats.
Slamming
Good
corn.
day for Guardrail.
Slamming corn.
Yes.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah, slamming
Slamming.
corn to
It's,
the dome.
Yeah.
Is it bussin'? That's what my son always says.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
thinking about nostalgia core, I mentioned the Chicago reference. There seems to be an almost subliminal Chicago reference in the long song title song, because it feels like a 90-second Chicago punk rock song. The whoa whoa who's, the
Yeah. I
That's fair.
wrote the music to that, and I was kind of just thinking of like, I knew it was going to be a short, angry, like, fuck you song, and I was just on my way to practice one day, and I just got the whoa-who's, and I was just like, yeah, there's going to be no chorus, there's just going to be whoa-who's. I just rolled with that. And
I think it's a step in the right direction that you recorded a "fuck you" song, because so many of your songs are "fuck us." Like it's just nice to turn the tables and redirect.
Yeah, and the song after that too, I think is a pretty fuck you song.
yes.
Oh, and that would be
Back to
"Guilt
back.
Trip," which is another
Yes.
Alyssa song.
Yeah, totally. And it's just all a bunch of pent up frustration.
Well, and it kind of starts pent up because it starts kind of lo-fi, and then it explodes
Yeah.
into something much more fast and frantic. Like stylistically, it's
Yeah, absolutely. That's
again, the new album is content because you are content creators. It comes out on Friday the 7th. If you listen to this after the fact, it's out. Go listen to it. Record release show or album release. Sorry, I just dated myself. The album release show is at the
Well, I
Native.
mean, we have records, so
Are you doing vinyl for this?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
and not CDs. CDs out.
Nice.
Vinyl still in.
Vinyl is very much still in. Although I keep
yeah.
waiting. Do you collect vinyl?
I have 200, yeah.
Okay. I keep waiting for the bottom to fall out on that market. Like the prices on vinyl are insane. Like it's impossible to collect right now.
Actually, I'm glad you said it because I told you my son is into music and it's all electronic and Spotify. So I've been saying, well, listen, this is how we support folks. We go up the street to Squeezebox, which is
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great record
Squeezebox
store.
represent. Yeah.
and we go through and say, look, you want to support an artist? Let's buy the album. This
Yeah.
is what I used to do with CDs and
Sure.
cassettes. But the same thing. The price, like $30 a pop sometimes.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a big ask for. 15
Now that said, a Guardrail album on vinyl is a value at any price.
Yes.
oh,
It
yeah.
is. It seriously is.
Yeah.
69
They
cents,
will-
bro.
Well, they'll be collector's items. You know.
So will the records be ready on Friday, or are you like supply chain?
I don't know if we're gonna have them in hand But I know you can order them through our labels site, which is oyerex.com.
They'll ship them.
Yeah, there's 2 variants, and they have t-shirt bundles as well.
Yeah, and let's hope they maybe ship them the day before, and then you'll get them very soon after release day.
Well, I think, songwriting wise, production wise, this sounds great. I think you really did.
We're so proud. We're so proud of it. It's really a conglomeration of like all of us. Like one of us wrote a song on all of us contributed to at least one song on the album.
Sure.
Like as in he wrote it and everything. So. Yeah.
Well, I think it sounds great, and I'm glad we could properly feed you in advance of the record release.
I've never been more properly fed.
This is truly exceptional.
That's a musician lament right there.
Thank you so much.
I haven't had a good meal in 6 years.
This is great.
Isn't how they all go? Everyone's like, oh my god. I've been eating.
It is true. I could serve gruel to some musicians. They'd be like, "Fuck, this is the best gruel I've ever had."
At least it's not that. No. At least Ken and I can be fancy people sometimes, and this is truly exceptional.
No, this is the food's great. I love this place. Again, we're right here on Main Street in Evanston. What a great location. The whole menu is exciting, but those tacos,
Quesabirria.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh. Like I could do just a plate of those.
12 out of 10.
Thank you, guys.
12 out
What
of 10.
dreams about those for years to come?
Kevin, you're just truly disgusting.
Step outside.
Yeah, you can eat yours in the rain.
Well, fine.
Alyssa, are you generally a good sport around them, or are you just as crass?
Oh, definitely. Crass.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay back there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so used to this. It's been how many years? Like 5, 6?
Yeah, dude. I remember when we were recording.
We're good. We do like facials. I bring the face masks though when we're like recording. So we'll all put like face masks on our face and do some spa day stuff, and they're all very. I don't know. We're great. We got a great.
I remember when we were recording our last record up in Michigan. About halfway through the week, your boyfriend Matt called and. We all said hi, and he was like, "Did you guys sync up yet? Your cycles?" And Alyssa said, "Yeah, all our wieners are the same size now." So that's
good for me.
Yeah, good for you.
And a girl, proud of you.
How did you all meet? There's 5 of you, correct?
So I met Ken in 5th grade. We met at Catholic school together.
How did that take?
Oh, I mean,
well, very well.
Yeah.
Oh, Catholic school, you mean? Not well.
yeah, no.
Started talking about SpongeBob.
Catholic-
And the rest is history.
Catholic high school also, or just grammar school?
No, we ended up going to a public high school both together too. We lived like 5 minutes from each other, so
Right.
so we went to the same actual public high school. We bonded over like Weird Al. That was pretty much the most.
Weird Al, SpongeBob.
Yeah, Weird Al and SpongeBob
Goofy stuff.
back in 2000 maybe.
Yeah.
And then Ken went to NIU, where we ended up meeting Alyssa through friends of friends, and she went there too. And then our drummer Doug, same thing. He went to NIU.
Doug and I were in marching band together at NIU. We were both big band nerds.
Yep. And then we met Zach just through the music scene.
Nice.
Alyssa and I went to the Camp Punk and Drublick Festival back in 2018, and Zach was there too with the drummer of his other band, the Linden Method, Fritz. And I didn't really know Zach that much at that point. I knew he existed. We had exchanged pleasantries, if you will. But we met up because it was a camping thing. So we met up before we drove in, so we would make sure we have camping spots right next to each other so we could all hang out. And then we really got to know Zach over that.
Very grimy days. 3 very grimy days with Zach.
Yeah.
Big bonding experience.
It was great. And then a couple months later, our old guitarist quit, and we needed someone to fill in. So we asked Zach to fill in, and he filled in for us for like 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
And then we finally had the What Are We talk, and made him an official member. It's Facebook official now. Like, it's great. So here we are.
Official member Zach.
Oh, that's funny.
He did love us enough to commit.
So why is the rain stopping now that we're done?
Because that's how life is.
That's
dude.
how life is.
That's so we can run in and stay dry.
I feel like
more drinks.
So we can run and get another cocktail.
There you
Yeah.
go.
This is our opening. Now or never, guys.
Go, go, go.
Yeah.
right. Well, Guardrail again. Content. It's out this week. I think this is your high water mark.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Rain pun. Love it.
Yes.
Keep doing what you're doing. La Principal on Main Street in Evanston. Fantastic food.
Yes.
Right there off Metro. Right there off the Brown Line. Right there.
Yeah, you keep doing what you're doing.
Just west of Lake Michigan. Really easy to get to, as mentioned. Like if you're in Rogers Park or Avondale or wherever, it's such an easy shot. To get here, Edgewater, whatever. Thanks for your hospitality tonight. The food's fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks
for
so much.
Yeah, it was really fun hanging out with you guys and listening to your stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home a changed man now after these tacos.
Well, I don't know. I'll be back for sure.
For
You're gonna be a
sure.
changed man too.
I am a changed man.